In 2018, there were 5,491 wildfires in California with over 780,000 acres burned, making it the most destructive year of wildfires to date in the state. This year alone, there have been over 5,000 wildfires and almost 130,000 acres of forest burnt. California has the highest risk for wildfires in the USA. Today, I'm going to explain how California wildfires are started, how they are put out, and how they can be prevented. So, to begin, a wildfire can be described as a natural disaster. They are a destructive fire over a wooded or brush area. Wildfires are fast-spreading and difficult to control. Once a fire starts, it can move as fast as 14 miles per hour and overtake anything in its path. There are 3 necessary ingredients for a wildfire to start. The first ingredient is fuel. This can be any flammable material like trees, grass, or even homes. Next, air is needed in the form of oxygen for the fire to be able to grow. Lastly, a heat source is needed to ignite the fire. This heat source can come from natural causes or human causes. Natural causes tend to occur in dry seasons and droughts, which tend to be in the summer and autumn months. Lightning can strike the earth, causing a spark to ignite. Sun rays can even be a strong enough heat source to produce a fire. It is important to note that human causes are 85 to 90% of the reason why wildfires are started. These happen because of things like unattended campfires, cigarettes that haven't been put out correctly, arson, and even falling power lines. So, how do we put out wildfires? Wildfires can be put out by removing one of the key ingredients. There are several techniques firefighters utilize to stop fires. Water dousing and spraying fire retardants can be used to extinguish existing fires. Another technique is creating fire breaks, which is when vegetation is removed in the fire's path to starve the fire of more fuel. Backfires can also be utilized. These are controlled fires that are used to remove undergrowth, brush, and litter from the forest so there is no more fuel for the wildfire. Who fights wildfires? First, I'd like to mention the firefighters that we are known as hotshots. Hotshots are highly trained firefighters who get their name from working in the hottest part of wildfires. There are over 45 hotshot crews in California. Another group of people to mention is prevention and patrol specialists. These people perform initial attack on new fires and investigate fires to determine their cause. Other people that play a large role are fire scientists. These people study environmental conditions, fire behavior, and the effects of the fire. Fuel specialists and prescribed fire managers are people that develop plans and implement controlled fires to maintain healthy ecosystems where fire plays a necessary role. Fire managers are people who analyze wildfires to determine a strategy for putting them out, and they assemble a team of firefighters and the equipment needed to fight that fire. Hand crews are firefighters that work long shifts to clear non-flammable perimeter around the fire, aka a fire break. Heli-tac crews are firefighters that use helicopters to fight wildfires. These people are often the first people to reach the scene. Engine crews are firefighters that use fire trucks to directly attack fires with water. Incident management teams are people who manage the equipment, transportation, and other goods and services that wildland firefighters need to fight the fire. So, how do we prevent forest fires? It is important to note that the risk of wildfires is continually rising due to increasing global temperatures. Fire safety is something that people need to know to prevent forest fires. One thing to remember is to only start a campfire or a fire pit cleared of all vegetation and ringed by stones. Never leave a fire unattended, such as overnight, or if you leave the campground at all. Make sure that your fire is completely put out before you leave, this by dousing it with water and covering it with dirt. And do not start fires on windy days. If someone is smoking, they need to dispose of cigarettes and matches correctly in a closed container or a cup of water. When using fireworks, it's important to have water and a fire extinguisher ready. Do not leave children unsupervised and do not use on a windy day. Be sure fireworks are completely extinguished before finishing. Cars and other engines need to be sure to not be parked on dry grass. Do not allow gasoline or motor oil to spill on grass or other vegetation. Tractors, off-road vehicles, and equipment being used in wooded areas, such as chainsaws, Must have spark arresters. Smokey the Bear said it best. Only you can prevent wildfires. Always be careful with fire, never play with matches or lighters, and always watch your campfire. Make sure your campfire is completely out before leaving it. So, now we know what a wildfire is, how it starts, is put out, and is prevented. Thank you for taking the time to listen and learn about wildfires. Hopefully, this information can help increase wildfire awareness and decrease future wildfire destruction. Thank you.